going to show you your last minute solo GM farm before Edge of Fate. Reasons for wanting to do this are exotic engrams, ascendant shards, intellect, mobility, super exotics, and the hunter has the biggest problem out of all of them in my opinion actually. So this video is going to help our hunter mains on your last minute solo GM farm. The best solo GM farm in the game is Inside Terminus. Well, it's between Insight and Warden, but I think Insight's a little better. It's either or, to be honest. They're very similar. If you don't have the selector node, the only GM this week is, I think it's Battleground Mars, which is not a very good farm. You can get the checkpoint off other people. There's a lot of people LFG and GMs at the minute. So you can do some fireteam runs, and you can apply my knowledge to fireteam or solo, because everything is covered in its entirety in the run to great finite detail. You can choose to do fireteam or solo, or you can do a mixture of both. But make sure you get a good checkpoint, whether it be Warden or Insight. We're doing Insight for the video. Surges are Void Surge, Void Threat, Champions are Barrier and Unstoppable. A couple of GM mods not worth mentioning. It's double Vanguard points, but it is not double loot. So, I have done Prismatic Hunter solo runs on lots of GMs this season, a lot. I've also done Inside Terminus Prismatic Hunter a few times. If you want the Prismatic Hunter solo, watch those videos. Today I didn't feel like doing Prismatic Hunter because I was like, you know what, let's simplify things down, because Prismatic Hunter has a high skill ceiling. So let's bring it down to more of a simplified build with a formula that's based around the best Roman super in the game for champions. And it is, right now in the game, it's the best Roman super in the game for barriers and unstops, essentially. So I figured that I would run a build round champions, because GMs, the Grandmaster Nightfall mechanic has always been champions. It's never been anything else. It's always been this. So spec for champions. And that's what the build is. So the build is Arc Staff. Marksman's Dodge is a lower cooldown, so use that. No need for gamblers. We're using Disorient and Blow. This blinds and stuns unstoppable champions. Pulse Grenade. You can go Flashbang if you want. You have to make a choice. Do you want a higher powerful grenade, or do you want a utility grenade? In my opinion, well, not in my opinion, but just for my run, I just ran Pulse. But sometimes I do run Flashbang. You've saw me run Flashbang in the past. Aspects was Temper Strike, Ascension. On arc classes, you should always run Ascension. You should never run anything else. It's damn too powerful to not use. Spark of Shock for Jolt. This will allow Pulse Grenade to jolt. Spark of Ions for ability energy. Spark of Beacons for blind and explosion on arc special and heavy weapon kills. Spark of Resistance for damage resist. Spark of Focus for more Ascension. Always run Spark of Focus. It's far too good to not use. You will spam Ascension even more than what you normally would if you run that fragment. Okay, pop a bottle called Tonic of Void Shrapnel. This will give you more intellect boost generation during your GM. And this does stack with other intellect things in the game. I'm using an intellect based exotic like Outbreak Perfected. It's good for boss damage, it's good for ad clear, it's good for intellect regeneration to get our super as much as possible. Indebted Kindness because of barrier rounds, Vault Shot and Spark of Beacons to blind enemies. Watchful Eye will also back that up with more Jolt and Power Resolve to stun unstoppable champions. You need to pop that mod in to stun unstops. Pairing that with the exotic chestplate Raiden Flux for massive amounts of damage with Arc Staff. This is what makes this build so good. Here's the armor mods on screen. There'll be a dim link regardless, so I don't need to go into it too much. Here's the artifact mods. Key mentions: Dreadful Finisher, Flashover, Go from Lead, Limit Break for the damage bonus, Defib Blast. We've been using it all season. Nothing changes until next season because this will be sunset, but for now we're still using it. And that's literally the build. On with the run. Okay, so on with the run. So this comment is going to be very precise, no filler, exactly everything that you need to do in this run. I'm going to slow down the footage for a few seconds just to explain what's going on for the initial champion skip that you still get platinum rank with. Slow down the footage, watch. Don't worry about speed until now. Checkpoint updates. Then you need to thrust your Sparrow or Skimmer, let go, and then do it again. So you want to do 2 spurts and do it as quickly as you can, and you'll get it. It's actually not too bad to do. It's based on the checkpoint. You need to go quick to stop the champs spawning in. On a fire team, it's harder to pull off. It's actually easier on a solo basis. That will skip the initial barrier champs, and you will still get platinum rank. If you don't believe me, you'll see at the end. That's how you do it. Practice it. I want you to practice that bit rather than having to kill them champs. Amplified goes in. Ascension. Look, I get my Ascension back because of Spark of Focus. You're going to run to the left hand side. Don't worry, it's not as dangerous as it looks. Amplified will keep you alive. Get 1 or 2 kills. Then get your Vault Shot. Pulse Grenade goes in on barrier. Yeah, get a stun. Then use your melee ability. Then come behind the barrier champ. Get for another stun and then get a finisher kill on him. You should do, at least. Let's see what I do. I don't. But you should. I recommend that you do because you get dreadful finisher. Right. Goblins will push you behind you. That's fine. Use another Ascension for safety. It's all structured. This full run, it's not really RNG based. Everything's structured properly. And I want you to use supers at proper times when you should. This is full optimized for Arc, Raid and Flux. Everything's designed for that. Right, use Ascension first for amplification. This will give you Spark of Beacons. Then you're going to blind these dogs. Blind with Indebted. Whip out an LMG. Then just get rid of the gladiators and dogs. Do not let those dogs or the gladiators touch the plate. If you do it in this exact fashion, you will cap the plate before the champions can get to you. Now, if you can get a stun with Spark of Beacons, look. Because of Spark of Beacons, you can stun unstops with your sidearm. Because I've got a blind explosion kill on a dog. Right, it's tempting to use super, but do not use it. Unstop has disappeared, and then he reappears. That's unfortunate, but that's fine. It looks threatening, but it's not. Because I'm looking to get a Prox Ward. That's why Prox Ward goes on. Look at the other shield. We're tanking so much. Orbs are on the floor, so this is not dangerous by any means. Look at this fella. Super Mario jump on his head. Make a disgrace out of him. Stun him with the LMG. Finisher kill. Special ammo check. Okay, lower on Indebted Kindness than what I would like, but it's not too bad. 30 bullets is fine. Obviously, it holds a bit more than that, but that's alright. However, machine gun ammo is very good at the minute. I haven't really had a chance to use it. Ascension, run past Speed Booster, you get a loading screen. Unfortunately, you lose Speed Booster. Just use another Ascension, get it back. Right. Now, this room, if you really want to optimize inside Terminus, this is what you want to do. First thing, come to this location and shoot the boss. Yes, shoot him. This will initiate the Unstoppable Champion to spawn in quicker. Get rid of him, and then you're going to do a bit of ad clear, and then we're going to pop super. But we're waiting for that unstop to come in to play. Once he comes in, I pop super. Pulse Grenade goes on some of those ads. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Light, heavy. Now, I know it doesn't always kill, but you will see most of the time it does. So light, heavy. Then what we're going to do is get rid of some of the other ads. Now, I generally will kill unstop as well, but the barrier wasted some of my super, but that's fine because we've got lots of Ascension. And we've got weapons to blind. We've got chance to get more super as well. I can actually farm super up for the more critical phase. Snipers spawning obviously here as well. Just be careful of those. Get rid of them, basically. Okay, unstop has de-aggroed. He's somewhere. He's in the middle of the map. That's fine. It gives me a good opportunity to get some super energy. I'll stun him with the melee look. That's why we run Disorient and Blow. So there is a strat for this, for unstops. I've got 2 ways of stun, actually 3 ways of stunning unstops. That's enough. We don't need to overcommit. Although Sniper was up, didn't know he was up. He sniped me, but that's alright. Prox Ward. That's why we use Proximity Ward on the class piece, the mod, Overshield on Finisher. Right, then we pick up the Relic. I have super, so I don't need to farm it off this champ, which generally I would, but I don't need to, so I'm just going to go in aggressive. Pulse Grenade goes in, Ascension up in the air. Champion can not stomp us while I'm in the air like that. I won't get damage. I'm going to come here and then just clear the barrier and the gladiators. We'll get a finisher kill on him if I feel like I need it. Which you can. You can have bricks up here for later on, so you can do that. I was confident on my ammo in this run though, so there's sometimes I didn't finish it when I should. You know, there was special on the floor anyways. Right, Ascension buff. Make sure you got speed booster to pull this off. You need it on. Okay, you're going to get the dunk. You're going to keep running. Don't stop. You need speed booster. This is all timed. You need to go to middle as soon as. Then you're going to pop an Ascension in mid. And your focus is the barrier, not the unstop. So get the initial stun, then do a disorient blow if you can. That will stun the unstop if he's close enough. And then look at this. We nearly killed 3 champs in one go. We will, watch. There we go, boom, 3 champs. And we're doing ad clear. Ain't no super. The only other super comparable is Banner of War, Titan, Berserker. But that doesn't last as long, does it? I can guarantee you it doesn't last as long. It doesn't. Don't say that it does. Raiden lasts far longer than a Berserker super. So yeah, look at what we've done there. That's really good. We've got a Hypernova in middle. I'll get rid of him. Okay, now pick up the orb. You can clear some of the ads if you want, but ideally you want to focus the barrier. Now make sure when you're doing this that you have amplified and you're quite mobile. You will tank quite a lot, you'll be surprised. The ads are less accurate against you, remember, when you're amplified. This is why this works. Obviously, you can overcommit as well. You can overcommit to the barrier. The reason being is because you're going to get an overshield, procs ward. Without procs ward, alright, yeah, you may die because of it. Pick up the relic, and then we're going to go right-hand side, stay mobile. The middle barrier is the machine gun one. The top barrier is the blinding one, which means the top barrier is less threatening to us. So I can get an initial... I can dunk the relic right away is what I'm trying to tell you. And look, if you do the super right, it'll actually penetrate the barrier. If you slow it down, you'll see exactly what happens. Yeah, we use the super there. Yeah, it's totally worth doing. 7 minutes 30. That ain't bad for arc. That's about 2 minutes behind prismatic. To be 2 minutes behind prismatic is kind of nice. We do not a lot of work. It's not a lot of work to this. There is a lot of work if you don't know how arc staff works. If you don't know how arc staff works, you're going to have to learn it. You should be learning it anyways. If you're a main of any class, whether it be Hunter, Titan, Warlock, you should know every super on your class and what it does exactly. So if I see a Hunter main and he doesn't know how one of the supers works, that's kind of bad. He's only main in one class. I'm playing all 3. And I know exactly how every single super in this game works. Exactly. So if you just main a Hunter, there's no excuses. You should know how every single super works. There's no excuse for it. For your class. Alright, if you're a Hunter main and you don't play Titan and you don't know Titan, well, that's fine. Because you don't play it, so I don't expect you to know it. But if you're a Hunter main, you should definitely take the time to learn each super and how it works. Especially arc staff Raiden. ADS. Aim down sights on plate. This delays ads from spawning up. You cap the plate quicker. Don't know why it works, but it does work. You cap the plate before the ads even get anywhere near. Look. Right, look at super regen. This is with the bottle popped. You're going to take down all the dogs. You're just going to farm super up, basically. This is what Outbreak's on for. We'll get to this top rock. Top rock damage is really good for this. So we can do good sizable damage with Outbreak. Look at super regen. I'm not going to just pop just yet, though, because I can jolt him and clear some of the ads when they spawn in. So I'll just wait till the next phase, which there is going to be more ads. So it's free. When it's free damage, when it's just you and the boss, you may as well just lane him with Outbreak. When ads spawn in, jolt him, use Ascension, go to mid. Yeah, it looks dangerous, but it's not as dangerous. You can tank quite a lot in your super. However, I am weaker than I expected. But that's fine. We can get some good damage in with the super. I'm looking to de-aggro myself now, because I am a bit weaker than what I wanted. But that's alright. The super's done its job. Because now what I want to do anyways is farm my next super up anyways. We've got a Hypernova Bane in middle. If you're outside of that bubble, he will not hurt you. Which I was, but I'm farming him for super. That's what we're farming. So this is where you want to lane, sort of lane and damage with Outbreak like this. And come top rock damage, but just be careful of nades. Can only allow for if there's like 2 nades at your feet, do move off the rock. You're not like a warlock where you've got a rift. So yeah, do move off it. You know, move from top rock to where I'm standing and just keep laning the boss with Outbreak. Your goal is super, but you want to time it properly where that you sort of send the boss away while still in a super. That's the most beneficial thing that you can get out of this, because look at the amount of damage I'm doing there. I'm doing good damage, so I'm going to keep doing my damage because the ads haven't pushed yet. Now they push. Now they're starting to nade me and become a problem, but they weren't for a few seconds before, so I made the most out of that situation. Now I'm going to pop super to get rid of the boss. This will do 2 things. It'll get rid of the boss and we'll get on plate. The sooner you get on plate, the better. Get onto mid plate. Do it like this. It's better actually. Mid plate, get on it right away and just use Ascension. Remember, you get unlimited Ascension in your super whilst it's up. You don't consume your class abilities, what I'm saying. Whip out LMG. You may get weak. Yes, use Ascension. Arc of Beacons, look, will save your life. It's what you're going to do. Make sure you try and cap the plate. Commit to it. If you get adds closer, whip out LMG. Whip out your Vault Shot. Orbs are in middle. Looks risky, but isn't. There's an orb there. Recuperation. That's why I got recuperation on. Go to second plate. Right or left does not matter. I've got super look. Gladiators spawn in. I use Ascension, then super. Now you don't want to. You want to pop super, but stand your ground on the plate. If you step off the plate, you're going to lose plate progress. So take advantage of your super whilst you've got super armor. Yeah, you can get rid of all these ads. And once super has ended, just pay attention to HP after exit point of super. If it's quite weak, consider backing up. If it's above half HP, you're good enough. Whip out LMG, blind the ads because you're amplified. There we go, done. Right, now left plate. I'm going to get rid of some of the gladiators and dogs. And I'm indirectly farming a super a little bit as well for my next one. Crazy the amount of supers I've got in this run. But I'm noticing the gladiators haven't come out yet, so it's opportunity for me to quickly go to the plate. I thought there was more. I must have cleared out so many ads so quickly that I didn't realise that the gladiators would not come back yet. So that's fine. So look at how easy left plate is, because we've done that. We've done an incredible amount of ad clear on plate 1 and 2. The ads aren't even ready for us on plate 3. Now they're coming, but by the time they get here, I've capped the plate. And I've got super, so this is ideal. It means I've got super right away from when I want it of phase 2 of the boss. Always try and jolt the boss. You add damage via Ascension or Pulse Grenade, up to you. Light, heavy, or heavy attack. Or ground pound. Either is fine. Because the boss does get weak. Look, he TPs. He's scamming me out of damage. So he can. So if you just want to do jump heavy, you can do it like that as well. When you're exiting out of a super, always Ascension out of it. Because when you're airborne like that, the ads aren't going to hit you as much. Because of amplified. Yeah, so now we're going to manage ads in mid and try and do some outbreak damage. There's some annoying cabals in mid, and Outbreak does not have barrier rounds yet. It will be getting barrier rounds next season. Expect Outbreak to basically be one of the best weapons that you can use in GM content next season. And it's going to be an Edge of Fate weapon. It's classed as an Edge of Fate exotic. Therefore it will get the buff. It's getting barrier rounds next season. Outbreak's going to be king again. And it always is king. Whenever barrier rounds comes in for pulse rifles, oh, it's Outbreak all day. Because it just does everything you would want it to do. More super, more champ damage, more boss damage, good ad clear. It's got everything in it. Rev Zero is a close one as well. Rev Zero is fantastic. You will use both Rev Zero and Outbreak. but it depends on what you're doing. Rev 0 has bonuses over Outbreak, and Outbreak has bonuses over Rev 0. I'm talking solo, because the video is solo, isn't it? It's not Fireteam. Fireteam, Outbreak's a bit stronger, because if 3 of you got Outbreak, oh man, you're melting. Solo, you're melting as well. So, yeah, we use our super in mid. So the whole idea of this run is just to sit from range for players to make it easier for them. When you get your super, use it in middle, have fun, come back to the back of the map, and rinse and repeat, and that's your run done. Very easy. Not as much thought to this one, but the goal is loot. Right, that's your main goal. Hypernova Bane, I'm outside of that bubble, so I'm good. It looks dangerous, but it's not. Look. Right outside of the bubble. But that was a solo GM farm for Hunter Mains before Edge of Fate. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.